This is for specialist maths. It comes out of chapter 3, 3.1, coordinate geometry and sketching graphs. Okay, in 1e, you're asked to sketch f of x equals 2x squared plus 1 all over x. Fully sketch, showing all relevant features. So axial intercepts, any asymptotes, any stationary points, all need to be shown. Okay, so what have we got here? I've got 2x squared on x plus 1 on x, writing them as two separate fractions, which gives me 2x plus 1 on x. I have a linear plus I have a hyperbola, and I'm adding them together. So what have I actually got? I've got my linear, which is y equals 2x, and we have a hyperbola, which has asymptotic features. So if I was to consider adding those two together, that would give me, taking this point here when x equals whatever value that is, that plus that will give me a point up there because I'm adding the two y coordinates together. Take this point here, this plus this will give me that. As we get larger in the x values, the hyperbola gets closer and closer and closer to 0, so therefore this is going to get closer and closer and closer to the line of 2x. Therefore it's going to be asymptotic towards the line of y equals 2x. What we can say is that as x approaches infinity, 1 on x approaches 0, therefore f of x will approach 2x, making it the asymptote. As x gets smaller and smaller and smaller, we're going to get this turning and then approaching infinity, because as x approaches 0 on the positive side, 1 on x will approach infinity, therefore f of x will approach infinity. And we'll also have a similar pattern happening down below for the negative values of x. Okay, so what might that look like? I'm going to put in this asymptote, which is the asymptote of y equals 2x. And I'm going to have a curve that is looking like this and looking like that. Okay, I need to know these turning points. I need to know the turning points, therefore I need to take the derivative. I know that f of x equals 2x plus 1 on x, which is x to the negative 1. Therefore f dash of x will equal 2 minus x to the negative 2. And if I set it equal to 0, I'm going to have 1 on x squared equals 2, or x squared equals a half, which means x equals the square root of a half, which is 1 on root 2, or 2 root 2, plus or minus, because I'm going to have either. So this one over here is going to be root 2 on 2, and some y value, and this point here will be minus root 2 on 2, and some y value. So f of 2 root 2 on 2 should equal 2 times root 2 on 2 plus 1 on root 2 on 2, which should equal root 2 plus 2 on root 2, and that gets multiplied by root 2 on root 2, which gives root 2. So 2 root 2 is going to be my answer. There are no axial intercepts. I have asymptotes which are at y equals 2x and x equals 0. And that's my graph.